My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, see them yopo.
Did the Attorney General come to that conclusion? Say $800,000, no? Cecilia Dapaah nuya dia. How did he come to that conclusion? From what this lawyer SD is saying, he is trying to come to that conclusion. Say, if there was an initial and also original complaint made that the Attorney General should show that to us. Anytime I start a mistake, when I say, yes, Cecilia Dapaah, they cannot walk to the police station and give false information. Now, if the Attorney General wants to make a point here, he should bring the first statement. Never compare second statement, which is the amended one. Now, for young disparities, when even the case, basically, when the amendment was done. Now, what is happening here? And they say the government, they are hiding behind Godfrey Dame to try and, at the end of the day, clear Cecilia Dapaah of this crime. This is crazy crime. We are talking money echo close to $10 million. Say Nkorano can't see come fire 1.5. No, it is a joke. There is more information about $2.5 million cash. Cecilia didn't talk about it. $10 million. Now, do you know what is so interesting? When I would tell lawyer, no, I say time assembly see na Cecilia Dapaah de Akorano call police station. No, you charge Akorano say or a minor. That means not either as Akorano of 15 or 16 years, no do 18 years. Into yet mean charging is a penny, right? Now, this is the same Cecilia Dapaah. This is the same MPP. This is the same free SHS4. That means Cecilia Dapaah was living with a girl and Kobetuma senior high school. Obetumi taking advantage of a Kufuor's free SHS. Cecilia Dapaah was living with a girl who was supposed to be in school, or the Sakurana any maid. Cecilia Dapaah will come and sit on TV. She will mount political platforms and say, because of MPP, free SHS obi a Kobe, and so na akwara toto fee already 15, 16 years. At the fee is in the dross. Cecilia Dapaah is a former gender minister. And or current sanitation minister, meaning she knows how important it is for a girl child to be in school. But that time na akorari so we Cecilia Dapaah na our school going age 15 16 and cause GSS na oti Cecilia Dapaah nchen ehuru Cecilia Dapaah dross. Na Cecilia Dapaah TV so catch Ghana for say MPP are buying the free SHS aba emana so nkwara nyina so. And that is what they do. They don't practice what they preach. She used to be an acting gender minister and a substantive sanitation minister. So you could see clearly, say, this MPP, whatever they say outside is totally different. I wanted to draw attention to that. Some person who say NPP for we and your papa. It was the same Cecilia Dapaah and catch a Poladamocho so country say. Or no aid or anything for watchman was a driver. Echo repeat obi and now nyim nipano. Na nipano nyim no na or your 16 was 17 years. And as Cecilia Dapaah to nipano for say the driver and say uncle fa ba you and no moment na sa bawa. This is a former gender minister and current sanitation minister. And two things here. Cecilia Dapaah driver ko repeat obi and then the kwanyem no Cecilia Dapaah ko carry say fanibra be ma bawa. So that time, for you know, na Cecilia Dapaah a gender minister acting. That man who committed that crime, Cecilia Dapaah ebeji akorana onyem ne betran nchen se ombehuru ne dross man no. Cecilia Dapaah senko yo penyine onim nyansa anko so odisa brantie no and driver na police. Because clearly, from what their spokesperson Poladamocho kachire no, na Cecilia Dapaah kachire akwani kachire Cecilia Dapaah say akorano oye underage, no do 18 and okonyem no. That means Cecilia Dapaah was condoning crime. They are supposed to be facing trial. Because our driver you pay you to rape akwara. Now what akwara betina ufie so omeyo abawa. And when siwa and was for another one. And on so 15 16 and obe we osika. So Cecilia Dapaah basically obia onya badaye. The MPP as a political party, the Omokan stage totally different. I'm telling you, MPP for you social media, Facebook, ministers, MPs, eka free SHS, obiawo 14-15-year-old girl or about with you. I'm telling you, they don't care about the free SHS if you say omumba nkobi. They use it to make you think so many nyansa. They don't care. Cecilia Dapaah at the akura 12, 13, 14, 15 years to the fear in the dross. Until akura we and the sikano and Cecilia Dapaah who said no, where they also taking action. Now let's go to the substance itself. Now what they want to create, and then now omama apola do much best start here. Now so what's the amendment? A dien ni nyina no ombeso mo tia se sa sika $800,000 no ona ni ho, because from the beginning almost started catch them say the person $800,000 yen dia no Cecilia Dapaah nua bema no ti Kumasi ena sa Cecilia Dapaah nua bema no odi sika no command yen odi command maame ena Cecilia Dapaah nua bema na original sika no yen owuye ena Cecilia Dapaah maame so ba bewu no otam sa sika na egubotom deche adaka mu Paul adobọchi anim adaka no odi adaka ne bre Cecilia Dapaah ena ka se mesumi bewu ena onu so wuye ena nti sika na bedi Cecilia Dapaah ebusuan mu nyina Cecilia nkwa na keep sika. Cecilia Dapaah ni abema no wuye no oni yire oni ba oni obia oni bank account into tam cash na de Cecilia Dapaah maame. Cecilia Dapaah maame so bewu no Cecilia Dapaah nkwa ne ba owo wiase obetuma ka asema kire no into tam sika ni nyina de Cecilia Dapaah and on Inti, as we speak, the Attorney General is going to try and tell you guys to say the police should try and find the owner of the money. The question here is the owner of the money, from what they are telling us today, and they say the owner is Cecilia Dapaah's brother who is bereaved, who is dead. Nema meso anasikara onusu. Now, Oma Cecilia Dapaah busu ni bia ko file case say almost so demand sika no. If you say omu nua sika. So technically what they are trying to let you know is say Cecilia Dapaah ni nuanum bi ene ni nua na yire nom ni nuanum bi demand sika no. That means sika na Cecilia Dapaah dia. So technically the case is going to end up baby say sika na ye hwehwe no sa na Cecilia dia Cecilia ni nua na wowu no ne yire dia. Anase ni nua na wowu no ni nua bi dia. Inti technically Cecilia they only $800,000 bi ada ho, and that is the conclusion they want to end. Dear Godfrey Dame ye nyina no, all the things is right ni nyina no, at the end of the day they will do some subtraction. 800,000 they will say it does not belong to Cecilia Dapaah. Omo aye omo dia no krampo are demanding for the money in court, meaning the money did not belong to Cecilia Dapaah. Now the question here is, Cecilia Dapaah, what is stopping her from coming out to tell Ghanaians to say time obey minister no, she declared her assets. Now do you know what is dangerous? I can tell you on authority say Udim says obia beje government positioner now declare what assets are nipa o kipi ana office kipi at the Attorney General's office. Now I can tell you on authority that the Attorney General's office modify Cecilia Dapaah declaration, asset declaration form. Now if anybody tries to contest say Cecilia Dapaah publish any assets, what they are going to show you, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to know that Cecilia Dapaah over $400,000 one home and son obey minister. Because the asset declaration forms instead say public, because when you read the PNDC law, the asset declaration form would declare what assets is supposed to be a public document, but the Attorney General has sealed it. Now as I speak to you now, they are modifying Cecilia Dapaah's asset declaration form. What is going to happen is say police report they are going to try and make sure say Cecilia Dapaah declare nyoma no sa nyoma ni nyina no over 2 times into this is nothing, because at the end of the day the conversation will be that Cecilia Dapaah be minister no, did she declare her assets? How did she come by $800,000? How did she come by $2 million? How did she come by $10 million? How did she come by all this huge amount, all these material stuff? The Attorney General who is defending Cecilia Dapaah, the Attorney General who is working for the president, The Attorney General who is trying to trace the case is the person in charge of asset declaration form. Into the Attorney General, as I speak to you, they are changing some things in Cecilia Dapaah's forms. The assets will declare, because what they are going to do is say they are going to tell one MPP person to petition the Attorney General. Very soon, you will see that somebody will petition the Attorney General that they want to see Cecilia Dapaah's asset before she took office. They are going to make their own people petition the Attorney General or petition S3crets. In the weeks to come, Obe will say Obe petition S3crets and ask Attorney General, and they will release that document to the public. And when you see that document, BBA ni Cecilia Dapaah charge sheet limwa a expensive chain Cecilia Dapaah assets or declare and sign Obe minister. And this is how Godfred Dame wants to finish the case. Because it is simple. Sa 442 formation na omudi biye Charlotte say no. Omuma MPP for through Sufaye Kufu. Control petition say omumpe Charlotte say no. That is the same thing they are going to do. They are going to make their own people write a petition to Attorney General and S3crets that they demand that they release Cecilia Dapaah's their declaration, asset declaration forms. And they will not hesitate. Remember, 2 years ago, the judges in Ghana's courts, majority of them did not declare their asset. It took S3crets over a year to tell us who declared and who did not. Even when they came out to tell us what they declared, they used just one article to define every single judge. They didn't want to, at the end of the day, investigate every judge individually. So they lumped them up and then they said this article defends all the judges. And this is what Godfred Dame is going to do. They are in the process. They have even finished updating Cecilia Dapaah's asset declaration forms. Enti omo petition omo, and when it comes out, then they will tell you enti Cecilia Dapaah na mudi na tem no sika kra na owo ansa na obeye minister no na e chain de mo keka no. Now when they do that, they want to create that impression say Cecilia Dapaah is not a thief. But we are Ghana ni and I will share me. So we study sequence when you follow it critically, you will see clearly said this is a government that is willing to protect every criminal from this government. From day one, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's acceptance letter or Dima Cecilia Dapaah or Claire Cecilia Dapaah, even before Cecilia Dapaah received that letter, say she is no more the minister. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo says Cecilia Dapaah is not guilty. And we know what Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has done to the Attorney General's office now. That is why Gloria Kufu left, because he knows the filth happening there. No, she was not going to put her she was not going to put her credibility on the line. Somebody's correcting me that the asset declaration form, it is being kept by the Auditor General. Now remember, if even it's being kept by the Auditor General, the Attorney General still has access to the declaration form than anybody else. The Attorney General can still work on that declaration form. Who is the Auditor General? Who appointed the Auditor General? When was the last time you heard the Auditor General even speak? Were we not here when the Jubilee House orchestrated with the Attorney General and all the government agencies, some of them, to kick out Dumelivo? So changing document and as a statement in Cecilia Dapaah's asset declaration form, no? How difficult is that? How difficult is that for Godfred Dame? This is the Godfred Dame who has denied 30,000 people from voting and electing a member of parliament. This is the same Godfred Dame who today sees nothing wrong with the Ghana Police Service and the military shooting Ghanaians during elections. This is the same Godfred Dame, military men invaded parliament, he has ignored it. This is the same Godfred Dame who is doing everything possible to clear ABAJ, that criminal. This is the same Godfred Dame who has ignored NAM1. This is the same Godfred Dame who has chosen to go after Ghanaians who have nothing and allow criminals to walk on the corridors of Jubilee House. What can't Godfred Dame do? So the asset declaration, for whether it's with him or it's with the Auditor General, it is still a document he will manipulate to suit himself to make sure Cecilia is cleared from a crime. But the person may catch a gun of one say Cecilia Dapaah. I can tell you, now Cecilia Dapaah fee on over $10 million now. Enkorano, they had physical $2.5 million. What they are describing, why haven't they spoken about? Remember, omo kase sikano omo here for a long time. The omo bechi omo no na omo nsa dem no e no de chi omo. It means they have been taking the money before. The omo hu ne de kuta omo no. And from our sources no, over $2.5 million cash in Korawe Tamoye. Cecilia has refused to speak on it. Inti Nana Danko Kufuado Abainwe Bawomia Alan Cash this is what they want to do. Remember, when any of these idiots win, so by president, they are going to work with the same Godfrey Dame. They are going to work with the same criminals. Cecilia Dapaah.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.